Not you. Is it that time again? Time for a challenge called Master Ball? Sure, I got time. Hopefully we don't have to deal with any incessant chirping. Let's hope we only have the good birds. Like Aerodactyl. Or Meganium.
The opening blows are about to be exchanged in a furious battle.
Pinsir's not a bird. Not this generation. Scyther's a bird. So we gotta switch. Hopefully we go to a rock type.
Oh, an abrupt Pokemon switch. Oh, it's Magmar.
I'll take a Magmar.
Here's the first move.
I mentioned this already. Magmar has more attack than you think. And today I finally looked up the number. It has 95 attack and 100 special. We also have Protect, which is fun when we get burns. So I'm hoping we have Flamethrower or Fire Blast. Not Fire Punch. It was Fire Punch. Probably Charcoal though, based on that damage.
That KO will bring out a new Pokemon. Oh, it's Heracross. Will this
That should be healthy enough to take a reversal. Yeah, you're gonna endure, that's fine. I just need to avoid Quick Claw. The main reason I bring up the attack of Magmar is strength is actually pretty good. It's good damage. Same with Headbutt. Like if I had Headbutt and I was going head to head versus like a Kingdra, I'd stay in. I might just have Water Gun, and I could probably 3KO it. Probably be 4KO. I do want to learn more about my team. We've taken literally no significant damage, so this is a really safe switch. We get to see if we have a water type or not. We have a water type. Let's take a moment to find the water move, since this won't take any damage. Stealing is not really a 4-hit KO.
How will this newly switched out Pokemon fare? A furious attack!
We have the Surf. We can just go straight to the end. Let's see if this is too a KO worthy.
What now?
Again, not in a rush.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle. Ride that Surf!
See ya, Scizor. I surf so much faster than you.
The last
And fly.
Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
Not bad for steel types. They can't realistically swim. I don't think it's going to be relevant. I don't think I'm going to learn any more about my team. So I just picked Magmar, my fourth. Twister should sweep no matter what they lead with. We have our best water move. Although I do think Surf doesn't KO Aerodactyl, if I'm not mistaken. Let's find if we have Mystic Water. Don't want to look for Aurora Beam or Icy Wind. Makes sense that it's not enough. Just needs to be enough for Donphan and Steelix. It's enough for Golem. Wow, Quick Claw. It's enough for Golem and Rhydon. Also, only taking one Sandstorm turn is a huge deal, because now we're only at 75% instead of half health after like an Ancient Powder.
Oh, it's Sizzle!
This makes that switch viable. Let's do it. Pick Magmar for a reason. Let's throw in our 4th, in case it's the electric type. And then we'll go back to Magmar, and then just hope for the best. Hope they don't have a Donphan. Donphan waiting in the wings would be annoying, but we do have Venusaur. Unfortunately, Venusaur isn't great against Sandstorm, Steel Wing, or Earthquake. But if we're in a pinch, we can go for the Giga Drain. We can find it, heal off all the damage, maybe one-shot a Donphan. I'm glad I picked the Magmar. I was thinking I would just stay in versus a Caesar, but we do have to consider the damage from Sandstorm. Spread it out, you know. It's almost correct to go for Protect to stall another turn of Sandstorm. Sandstorm, Surf, Switch, Fire Punch. No, it runs out this turn. And if the last is Steelix, I still think I'm switching. But we could consider staying in against the Steelix. And I do think we're Charcoal.
There's only one Pokemon left to come out. Oh, it's Steelix! This is the last Pokemon. Sandstorm finally quieted. The number of remaining Pokemon is 3 to 1.
This is also good to know if we need to face Steelix later.
Vicious attack. Bullseye.
That's what I thought.
Hang on, Earthquake. Drill the weak.
Lost the continue for nothing.
Yes, it's going down.
Yes, Cloister was a safe switch.
That KO will bring out a new
Yes,
Pokemon.
I probably could one-shot with Surf.
The Pokemon
Now we know we're probably not
Pokeball.
Charcoal, and we know it won't one-shot Steelix.
Number of
And even better,
Pokemon is 2
I'm
to 1.
coping at this point. We might learn where Giga Drain is.
There, Giga Drain.
We did. So it worked out.
It's a hit.
We lost the continue, but we did learn 2 reasonably valid things.
And there goes the
It was definitely correct to go Cloister. But I had to know, I had to believe that I was Charcoal. You know what, just for you, special treat, just because I know you haven't skipped ahead yet. I'm going to show you my Magmar moveset. This is a secret between you and me. Don't tell the people who skip to the end of the video just to see the movesets. Punish their impatience. Just between you and me. So now we know if it's Charcoal or not. I guess I should pick Pinsir. I almost want to pick Cloister, but it's incorrect. Let's lead our 5th. We have Venusaur, and we'll pick Pinsir. Pinsir could be good with Strength. Headbutt. Umbreon is good against Jinx. Let's go. Jinx is only really a problem for our Venusaur. It's not really a problem for Pinsir. An understandable switch. That's gonna be a fun fight.
Here's the first move.
Pain attack left.
Not very effective. How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle?
I hate this. We're gonna lose all of our Giga Drains.
The Pokemon is returning to its
This is
Pokeball.
the fight we have to play. We have to play it this way.
Oh, it's Venusaur.
Could try to look for Earthquake or Mud Slap.
What now? Hit. That inflicted some damage.
Earthquake is doing more than I'd like. He's saying it's dealing
What in impact will this
Some
Pokemon
damage.
switch have on the battle?
Giga Drain will stave off the bleeding.
What's this? Hit! That was good!
And Giga Drain's hitting for about 33%, so that's probably healing for about 40, 50?
There's the attack. That's it! A hot battle is
I'll be optimistic and
unfolding.
just say only 40. I know that's not optimistic. 50 is
What's
optimistic.
next?
I guess what I mean is, let's be realist, not optimist. So that probably heals enough for one Earthquake.
How's that? Yes, it's a hit! Both combatants appear to be exhausted.
Good news is,
There!
if the last is almost Star, we can probably win flat out.
That's a hit. Oh, knockout!
If the last is something like Cloister, though,
This Pokemon will join the battle now.
be tricky. Lapras as well.
This Pokemon is rejoining the battle.
So let's head back to our humble Umbreon.
The other one looks tired.
Let's keep in mind that our Venusaur is definitely at like 40 health.
The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. What'll it do? That had no effect.
That's comforting.
How
They didn't want to
will
go for
it
Icy
switch
Wind, which
out
makes sense.
Pokemon fare? The trainer's switching Pokemon.
That switch scares me, but we're still probably going to win this.
Oh, it's Feraligatr.
I am no longer scared.
What now?
I am going to begrudgingly switch, though.
How will this Pokemon switch?
Sadly can't
affect the
switch to
flow of battle?
Venusaur.
The Pokemon is
Maybe we
returning
get
to its
lucky.
Pokeball.
No, there's no
Oh,
way.
it's Pinsir.
I was thinking they could go for Dig on a turn we intend to switch to Venusaur. And then we can go for Protect if we have Protect. And that would set us up.
What impact will this Pokemon
I don't think we're
have
going to be
on
that
the
lucky.
battle?
Alright, Pinsir, what do you got?
There's the attack. A light pack.
That's about what I expected.
A furious attack. That's it.
I truthfully don't know where my attack is.
It's a fierce battle.
So I'm just going to go up and hope it's Headbutt. Focus Energy.
It's getting primed for action.
Well, the good news is, we can safely switch to Venusaur.
Right, that's a hit.
Bad news is, I think this Feraligatr is either faster, or has Mystic Water, or both.
The next Pokemon. The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon. Oh, it's already taken considerable damage.
We know Cloister has the Quick Claw.
There's the attack. Bullseye.
Thank you, Venusaur.
No, it is Blizzard. Bam! That worked perfectly. There it is. Knockout.
It'd be a safe win.
Just
It's
one
literally just going to come down
Pokemon
to,
remains.
does Sailor Kurt want to freeze us?
Pokemon is back for another
So that's
go.
what it's going to take.
This is the last Pokemon. One Pokemon faces two.
I was hoping we'd know if Feint Attack was in range, but to be honest,
What's next?
if 2 Feint Attacks, 1 Giga Drain, and 1 Submission don't KO,
Fake attack.
we got bigger
It's a
problems.
hit. Oh, it has no strength left. Each team has only one Pokemon left for battle.
Bigger problems than
This
not
Pokemon
KO.
is rejoining the battle. It's down to the last Pokemon now.
Is it Icy Wind?
There's the attack.
Just Icy Wind.
That did little damage.
Blizzard is much shriller, as you might have heard from the Feraligatr.
Oh,
It's very high pitched.
down.
Icy Wind's kind of a low, bassy wind sound.
Vicious attack. It's super effective.
versus...
A hot battle is unfolding.
I know that was super accurate.
Combatants face each other.
And if you have headphones, I'm so sorry for what I did to your ears.
What now? A light pass. The target stats must be in tatters. There's the attack. Bullseye. It's a
Yeah, that's what I
fierce battle.
figured.
Both get ready to go.
I'm worried this doesn't 3 KO. But I'll also be honest, I've lost track of how many
A light hit.
pain attacks I've gone for. I'm pretty sure I've gone for 2.
The target is weakened further. Now one more. Wham!
So we're still only sitting on 1 continue, but
There are no more remaining
you can make 1
Pokemon.
continue really last.
And there goes the battle.
Particularly when you know a lot about your team. That said, Venusaur is a unfortunate Pokemon that I'm going to be running in this next fight. And I don't have a clean way to deal with a Heracross. No, I have a Magmar. What am I saying? Pinsir, Magmar, Cloyster, Venusaur, Umbreon. Umbreon's no good. Leader last. Pick our Magmar and then decide between Cloyster, Pinsir with Submission. Probably Pinsir with Submission because it can also tank fighting hits. Yeah, it's weird, but I think it's Pinsir over both Cloyster and Venusaur. I was gonna pick Venusaur because it can beat Poliwrath. I'm pretty sure on Golem. Which is unfortunate. The good news is, it means I can switch to Pinsir.
Switching Pokemon. That Pokemon must not have been the
Submission
right
left, focus energy up.
Oh, it's Pinsir.
Oh, this is bad. Does this mean I have no normal attack?
It's attraction.
Oh, this is worse.
Hey, it became attracted to the opponent.
I got 2 Pokemon that are attracted to a barefooted monkey. Or faster.
What next? Hey, it became attracted to the opponent.
Uh-oh.
There's the attack. That struck home.
I better not be Fury Cutter.
How's that? The hit glanced right off.
This might be the worst Pinsir I've ever had. Especially because it's not attractive enough.
What's this? Bam! That worked perfectly. The white-hot battle continues. The commands are made. This Pokemon is very much attracted by the opponent. It appears to be attracted to the
Alright.
other Pokemon.
Shared fate, I'll take it.
Sparks are flying from both
If I can't
competitors.
attack, as long as you don't attack, cool.
This Pokemon is very much
I
attracted by
can't
the
attack, you
opponent.
can't attack, I'm sure. Dang it.
There! Fire punch! Right! That's a hit! Oh! Knockout! So, what will be the next Pokemon?
I'm just gonna get this out of the way now.
Pokemon has been chosen.
The correct choice might be Magmar first.
Pokemon is back for another go.
But I've got a plan.
Excitement is building
If you're gonna waste a turn
for this
attracting,
battle. What now? Hey,
I could probably one-shot with
became
Earthquake.
attracted to the opponent. It appears to be attracted to the other Pokemon. It's a fierce battle. There's the shot. Whoop!
I gotta
That missed.
dodge. Please break through.
This Pokemon is very much attracted
That right
by the
there,
opponent.
having something like that
A
happen,
hot battle is unfolding.
an olive branch of,
There
hey,
it goes.
here's some good
Oh,
RNG.
that missed too.
Counteracted with bad RNG.
It appears to be
Just makes everything worse. It really does make everything worse.
They're both hanging.
I've gotten blessed with 2 misses, and it doesn't matter because I didn't attack.
Serious attack. It's super effective.
So who cares?
This Pokemon is very much
I don't want to play
attracted by
this.
the opponent. It used its held item to restore HP. The heated action continues. Wham! Cross chop! Oh, that's a miss.
If I miss, I quit.
How's that? That did little damage. Ah, that just
Pretty bad too.
The white hot battle continues.
But hey, we found the rollout.
There's the attack. That had to hurt.
Is cross chop only 5 PP?
Down it goes.
This might work out for us.
There's only one Pokemon
You know, maybe I'm actually a
left to
genius.
come
I wasted all the cross chops.
out. Oh, it's Magmarvel. It's down to the last Pokemon
I can probably even afford to
now.
protect this turn. I'm not going to win, but I can afford to protect. I'm not going to, but I am going to think about protecting in the future.
Vicious attack. That's it. What's next? Whoops, that missed.
It's just cut.
The crowd's excitement is
Is Fire Punch
building
better
for
KO
this
after...
battle. A sharp attack.
Thank you.
That inflicted some damage.
Fury Cutter rollout.
Long battle ends now.
Did he say the long battle ends now? Brother, I still have 2
We're
Pokemon.
eagerly awaiting the appearance of the next Pokemon. Oh, it's Machamp.
Alright. As long as you're not Earthquake, we can do something here.
A hot battle is
Do I want to look for
unfolding.
Psychic is the question. I kind of do. The issue is I don't know where Psychic is. I don't think it's up. I think my up is going to be Headbutt or Strength. Let's try it.
There's the attack. The hit glanced
I'll take a
right
Headbutt.
off.
We got to flinch it down to win.
Oh, it's blinked.
Good start.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
You're looking at this Headbutt damage and you're telling yourself, wait a minute, that can't be right.
What's this? That was a glancing
It's right.
blow. There it goes. Hammer where it
Just
hurt.
Vital Throw.
The white hot battle continues.
I'm worried Fire Punch won't KO after 3 Headbutts.
What'll it do? That did little damage. Oh, it blinked.
It's our only out.
They're both hanging.
And if their
tough.
last is Heracross, we might get lucky.
How's that? Right, that's a hit. Oh, it has no.
I think after all of
threat
this, it's just going to end up being Snorlax, and I'm going to look like an idiot.
Each team has only one Pokemon left for battle. Oh, it's Ursaring. This is the last Pokemon.
Same problem.
One Pokemon is still capable of going up.
I need to flinch
but the other
3
one looks
times
tired.
or 4 times. I don't
What's
know.
that? A light
It's not
hit.
going to happen. It's only 30%.
Oh, it blinked. There's a big HP difference between the two combatants. They go into battle mode. What's next? A light attack.
Come on. Stop playing. That's what I thought.
Mud slap.
Dead to Mud Slap. That's embarrassing.
The last Pokemon goes down.
I can't win this fight.
Goes the battle.
It's too hard. Cloyster's alright, but it's just like, it's not gonna win. The issue is it has Fire Punch for the Venusaur. Like, that might 3 a KO through Giga Drain. It's definitely better than stupid Pinsir. The worst Pinsir I've ever had. I guess we're leading Venusaur and probably losing most fights. I already forgot what my last was. It was so degrading. What was our last? Golem. Golem with rollout. I don't think we can risk it. I think we gotta take our chances on a non-dig, non-magnitude.
This is
another time. I think it's gonna be Digger Magnitude is what I'm saying. So let's just get a same start. Let's just Giga Drain it down. Now Primeape should be faster than Venusaur, but I could be misinformed.
What's the opening gambit? It appears to be impervious
is,
to damage.
And it doesn't do 25%.
What will the other side do? Hit! That inflicted some damage.
Which means I'm dealing 70. Which means I'm healing 35.
Excitement is building from this
35 is like
what will it do? It withstood
fifth,
that
a
easily.
sixth of my health. So if I'm taking 1/2
How's that?
and healing 1/3, oh, I'd crit. If I heal off a crit, crit means I've healed for a total of 100 health,
The next Pokemon needs to be prepared.
and I've only taken
Oh, it's Ursaring.
120, so I'm back to like full
They're
essentially.
both hanging tough.
Let's go for 1 Giga Drain and then switch to
Come back and
Cloyster.
face each other. What's this? A light hit.
I might be at full health right now.
A sharp attack. Hit. That was good.
I mean,
Sparks are flying
you're
from
offering.
both competitors. There's the
I'll stay in
attack.
on that.
A light attack. Ah,
Let's
it's
hope I
bad
picked
move.
Cloyster in the correct order.
It's a fierce
I should have
attack.
picked Magmar second because it's my only answer to a Heracross.
The Pokemon is returning to its Pokeball.
They should activate again. Cloyster will probably be at half health.
What's next? That's a glancing blow. It appears to be impervious to damage.
I mean, that's a good prediction, but I don't know if it's better than Hyper Beam.
Ride that surf.
Yeah, because now I just KO.
Hit. That
I didn't
inflicted
KO.
some damage. It hung on by the skin of its
Crowd would be
teeth.
cheering if we
What
KO.
now? That did little damage. It withstood that easily. The white-hot battle continues. There's the attack.
I was worried I was faster because of Quick Claw. I shouldn't be,
That's a hit.
but I was worried that that's what
Down it
happened.
goes.
So now here's the issue. If they go
Just one Pokemon remains.
How do I
Oh,
win?
it's Machamp. It's down to the last Pokemon.
Let's be
now.
realistic on Venusaur. Like, really realistic.
Excitement is building.
I definitely took 150 from that, right? And I definitely only healed... 30, 20. So I'm at half health?
They're eyeing each other
I could
warily.
probably afford a switch.
This Pokemon is switching out.
I think I'm just below half health.
This Pokemon is rejoining
The issue is I only
battle.
have 1 Giga Drain.
What's this? Ah, that didn't do much. What
Like a
impact
strength would
will
be
this Pokemon
devastating
have on the
here.
battle?
Earthquake.
What would it do?
I don't think it has Earthquake though. Went for the Vital
It
Throw
glanced right off.
on the Magmar.
How's that? Ah, that attack
All right.
just bounced off.
I mean, you have to go for it again, right?
There's a big HP difference.
You can't afford to go for Vital Throw here. And you're not going to freeze Magmar 10% and make me lose the fight.
Oh, it's Magmar!
There's no way. You can't freeze me. I'm made of fire.
What's next?
Okay.
Not very effective. How will this newly switched out Pokemon
2 Fire Punches
fare?
might be enough. I'm gonna risk 1 flinch. We guarantee the 2 KO.
What now? That did little damage. Oh, it
Yes. So I definitely live one vital
battle
throw.
is unfolding.
You've taken a headbutt, a Giga Drain, and now you're taking 2 fire punches.
There's the attack. Yes, it's a hit. Vicious attack. Hit.
I
That
wonder if a
was
crit
good.
wouldn't KO, but Magmar does have low
The white hot
defense, for
battle
what that's
continues.
worth.
There, fire punch. Right, that's a hit. That settles this battle.
Let's continue back in our hands.
And there goes the battle.
I don't like having Cloister for this next fight. It's slower than most fire types. Most fire types might even one-shot with Fire Blast, no sun. We do have the Golem, but we don't know where the Earthquake is. And if we dig, it's probably the end of the game. But we have a continue. I can cash in a lost fight, picking a lead Golem, and getting lucky enough to find the Earthquake and not worry about it. Meaning I don't actually cash in a continue, I earn the continue. Like, I think the chance of us earning a continue back if we lose the continue here is good enough for us to pick this. The awkward thing is, I really want Cloister, but I can't. I really can't. I've already forgotten my 4th. What's my 4th? Venusaur. So we're just picking Umbreon and hoping the Umbreon can beat Exeggutor in the sun.
Pokemon echo all over Pokemon Stadium. Will these cries turn into roars of victory?
Depending on how we set things up, we could just go straight to Magmar on a Exeggutor and not have to worry about anything. I kid you not. Normally it's like a 50% chance I choose the right move once I find my first. This one literally could be any 3 of my remaining directions. It could be up, it could be right, it could be down. History tells me that it's right.
They're eyeing each other warily.
Recent experience tells me it's up. Gut instinct, that is mostly affected by Donphan, tells me it's down. Let's think what would be right.
Trainer hasn't issued a command.
Defense curl, maybe? By the way, other than Iron Tail, we're not really worried about this. We're really only worried about Dig. But the good news is most grass types are faster than us anyway, so I don't know what I'm waiting for. Maybe just go right and hope for the best.
What's the opening gambit? Oh, it got burned. What will the other side do? It withstood that easily.
Yeah, that's a very poo-poo move.
Accuracy is down. They're both hanging tough. The Pokemon is returning to its Pokeball.
And unfortunately, we're slower than the horse,
Oh, it's Magmar!
so we probably lose.
The sunlight has turned harsh. What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle? It assumed a protective pose. What's this? Whoop! That missed.
Good news is we can stall them out of Fire Blasts.
It's a
Bad news is it will
fierce
stall out the sun that would have helped our grass sweep afterwards.
battle. What's next? Oh, that missed.
We are
too.
slower, but we did dodge. So now we have really good chances of winning.
That did little damage.
I almost want to not protect,
Sparks are flying from both
but I really should.
It assumed a protective
So I get the feeling this
pose.
Rapidash might predict me not to attack.
What now?
Nope, they went for it.
Oh my!
That's the normal way the trainer behaves. It doesn't really think that hard. There was a world. There was a world where it was like, oh, you're gonna waste time? I'm gonna double team.
What'll it do? Oh, that missed too.
So this is actually bad,
There's the attack.
because now it's incentivized to go for Stomp.
The sunlight has grown
That's
weaker.
bad for me.
With the harsh sunlight softening,
Let's see, Burnt Mud Slap. Oh, that's right, we have the -1 accuracy. That helped so much, I just realized.
harsh.
There's no way Burnt Mud Slap 3 headbutts KOs.
Wow,
It KOs.
Oh,
That's crazy. And they just reset the sun for me. Please, I'm begging you.
Pokemon will join the
Monograss. One time.
Oh, it's Flareon.
Dang it.
The heated
The good news is if they're Dig, we can just switch to like Umbreon, I guess.
What's this? That was a glancing blow.
That surprises me.
Oh, it flinched.
That does not. I would not have expected Headbutt to be less than 30%, with Magmar's high attack and Flareon's low base health and defense.
What's next? A light hit.
Very surprised at that damage.
How's that? Oh, that was weak.
Another Fire Blast user. Doesn't make sense to stall this one
The
out.
white-hot battle
I'm a
continues.
little disappointed though. I should protect here actually.
What now?
That was a
The
mistake.
hit glanced right off.
If I flinch, it pays off, but
Oh, it
Nice.
flinched. They're both hanging
I
tough.
don't want to take extra damage from the fire is the main reason. So we definitely
They
protect
go
here.
into battle pose. It assumes
And what's funny is they might be incentivized in the same way that Rapidash was, to go for Sunny Day again.
There it is. Hyper Beam. No,
Ooh.
that didn't connect. The sunlight has
Well,
grown weaker.
That makes me want to switch.
With the harsh sunlight
You
softening,
realize that makes
the
me want to
battle
switch, right?
conditions appear to be changing.
The issue is I don't think I KO'd you. So we have to ask ourselves, what's more likely? That Mud Slap would be enough?
They're eyeing each other warily.
On their Hyper Beam turn? I don't think so. I'm gonna go for the high upside play.
Okay,
If their last is Executor, we can still win.
what'll it do? Right,
It was
that's a
enough.
hit.
Apparently I miscounted.
Oh, knockout.
Maybe I don't understand the damage calcs based on the announcer's voice.
Pokemon
I've
remains.
never really done it that much. It wasn't until recently I started listening.
Oh, it's Venusaur. This is the
Listening to
last
the
Pokemon.
the announcer.
The hot battle is unfolding.
Because the announcer's saying, there, that inflicted some
A
damage.
furious attack. That had to hurt.
You know that's doing more than 30%.
It's building up power for its next attack.
Fascinating.
The heated action
We took the high
continues.
upside play with the really bad Golem,
There, fire punch.
and we ended up winning.
That settles this battle. And there goes the battle.
Sure. Two continues, a mediocre team. What could go wrong? Yeah, we have 3 mediocre Pokemon, unfortunately. There's a lot of upside to picking Umbreon over either... Like, the only choice Umbreon has over is gonna be Venusaur. Venusaur is the only third slot available to me. We have to pick Cloyster, we have to pick Magmar. Am I more vulnerable to a Psychic type? Yes. Am I vulnerable to a Ground type? Not really. Am I vulnerable to an Electric type? Kind of. Umbreon's fine against that. I think I have to take Umbreon. Yeah, that's weird. Magmar, Cloyster, Umbreon, MCU, but Magmar, Cloyster, Radic, Reverse. Magmarvel. I think it's time to learn if we're toxic.
They prepare for battle. A flash of confused ray.
Just as good. That's a really good move to find out about.
What will the other side do? A light attack.
Understandable.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Yeah, let's go for Fire Punch over Headbutt.
Face each other.
Maybe we burn.
Here comes the
Oh!
Pokemon Switch.
What could they possibly be switching to? Lapras?
Oh, it's Snorlax.
Right.
How's that? A light hit.
I don't think we're winning this one.
What impact will this Pokemon
I have to pick
Switch have on the battle?
Pinsir to beat Snorlax.
What's next? It's become
Without relying on Confuse Ray, to be clear.
What's this? Oh, that's a miss.
A rollout that missed.
These Pokemon are equally fit. There's plenty of fight left in both of them.
Let's go for the burn.
What will it do? The hit lands
A Headbutt
right
is
on.
probably better overall because of Snorlax's low defense.
Oh, no.
Chance for a flinch. Tons of good reasons. I'm not actually convinced Headbutt would be that much stronger than Fire Punch. Let's find out right now. You've seen the damage for 2 Fire Punches. You have the average.
What now? That did little
Is the average better than 1 Headbutt?
There's the attack.
I will protect this time,
Ah!
because we don't necessarily know they're going to be confused anymore. We've already had 1 4-turn confusion. I don't think it's going to happen again.
Aha! It's confused no more.
So now we've reset the rollout counter.
Whoops! That missed.
So we're still at stage 1 rollout, which might be doing 20% if I'm being honest.
What next? Become
If we
confused.
get another confusion, that'd be great. Sure.
What's this? A light attack.
Regrettably, we do have to protect again.
Impervious to damage. It's a fierce battle.
We just can't let them get to stage 2.
It assumes
If we keep them in stage 1, we're probably going to be fine.
What'll it do?
So that was the worst outcome.
No, that didn't connect.
Because now they're likely going to break out. Like, if I was going to protect and then break out, that'd be great.
What now? A light hit.
Go right into the Confuse Ray again, but now they're going to break out. Oh, they didn't break out, and they hit themselves. That has to be in range now, right?
The heated action continues.
That's concerning. Let's go for a flinch this time, rather than a headbutt or a Fire Punch KO.
Ow, headbutt.
Good, it was enough.
That's it. Oh,
I took 2 rollouts and 1 Shadow Ball. I should be, truthfully, at 45%. Maybe 35.
The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon.
I kind of want to switch.
The white-hot battle continues. There's the attack. It's become confused. Oh no, an attack itself.
I honestly think I want to have a healthy Pokemon for their last, because if their last is like Caesar, I can beat Caesar, but if it's like Exeggutor, I can beat Exeggutor. If it's like Meganium, I'll have a slightly better edge if I just sacrifice Cloyster, Fire Punch, Feint Attack.
They're eyeing each other warily.
Let's go Umbreon. Venusaur might have been better against Umbreon itself. My Umbreon probably has a cool set. Could have Toxic, could have its own Confuse Ray. Might have Swagger.
It's not very effective.
Might have Headbutt.
How
Lots of
will
potential
this
here.
newly switched out Pokemon
Start up.
fare? The sunlight has turned hard.
That's good for Magmar, technically.
Aha! It's confused no more. What next?
Shuttle being their best attack there scares me. Oh wow, they got the drop. Don't know if that makes them change.
Pokemon are equally fit.
I really don't.
Plenty of fight left in both of them. What's this? That was a glancing blow.
I was gonna say, it sounded like takedown, but I wasn't hearing the recoil.
What'll it do? Oh, that
Now they're going for the Feint attack. That's not good.
Neither combatant is showing signs of fatigue yet.
I don't want to be at minus Spadef. I also don't like switching to Cloyster, but we know they don't have a rock type on the end. They would have gone a rock type or a ground type if they had one.
This
They could also have an
Pokemon
electric
is
type on the
switching
end. Really helps to not have a weak Umbreon against an electric type. It's like an Electabuzz might outspeed.
out. What now? The hit glanced right off.
Good news is that didn't do much damage. Bad news is we're in the sun.
What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle?
There's no way we have Surf or Aurora Beam, right? It's gotta be Icy Wind.
Look at that swagger. Oh, that's a miss. There's the attack. Yes, it's a hit.
That one did 30%.
A hot battle is unfolding.
Are we in the sun or not? I'm so confused.
You can just feel the excitement of the crowd here in Pokemon Stadium. The awestruck crowd may even have tears in their eyes.
They probably have tears in their eyes from the sun. You know what I mean? You'd think I'd be paying close enough attention to have noticed if we lost the sun or not. So I'm gonna do something I haven't done before.
They're
I'm gonna-
eyeing each other warily.
I'm gonna wait to see if the announcer mentions the sun. This one was already a loss on time. Had to get 2 continues. Some long fights.
The trainer hasn't issued a command.
Come on, you gotta cycle through all the normal stuff and then say, the sunlight. You may want to bring on a... Excuse me while I put on my sunglasses, whatever the line is, you know. What's the matter, trainer?
What's the matter, trainer?
There's the voice lines. I haven't waited this long. I've waited this long to hear the voice lines to know what Pokemon I had, because I didn't hear it.
The trainer hasn't issued a command.
I think it's just going to cycle back. I don't think he's going to mention the sun, but I'll give it one more voice line, and then I'll decide. I'm very confident I can't surf because the sun's out.
What's the matter, trainer?
Yeah. Swagger's kind of annoying because it might put Magmar in range.
How's that? Oh, it's confusion.
Another
made
Shadow
it
Ball?
tougher. What's next? Oh, a blow to the weak
That
spot.
crit KO'd.
There it is. Knockout.
All that to get KO'd.
Which Pokemon will join the battle
Pretty sure the sun
now?
is about to run out too.
The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon. The sunlight has grown weaker. With the harsh sunlight,
I'm gonna go for the Fire Punch or the
battle
Headbutt.
conditions appear to be changing. What's this? That was a glancing blow. Aha! It's confused no more. What'll it do? Yes, it's a hit. Oh, knockout. There's only one Pokemon left to come out.
I only beat
This Pokemon is
Jinx.
back for another go. to the last
I don't think I
Pokemon
can beat
match.
Exeggutor.
One Pokemon faces two now. Now the real battle begins.
What was up? Sunny day. Down might be an attack. Down might be Confuse Ray.
What now?
Not to mention their Shadow Ball is twice as strong.
A brilliant flash.
There's no way they go for Feint Attack after one flash, right?
Accuracy is down. The heated action
It
continues.
sucks because I have to take down. I can't Feint
There's
Attack.
the attack. That didn't
Didn't
do much.
dodge. Probably at half health now.
How's that?
Less
That
than
did
half
little
health
damage.
easily. Because of the recoil.
It's a fierce battle.
Yeah, I think I only beat like Bite Espeon and not even like a non-headbutt
That was a glancing blow.
Espeon. Speed tie.
What's this?
Dodge.
No, that
Good.
didn't connect. Sparks are flying from both competitors.
Honestly, if this doesn't KO,
What'll it do? A light bat.
I mean, it makes sense that it would KO, but wow.
What now? It's not very
Really need that to
effective.
miss. Now I don't beat anything.
They're both hanging tough. Picture! Yes, it's a hit! A light hit settled this.
I'm gonna be very upset if that was 1 HP.
Just one Pokemon remains. Oh, it's Poliwrath! This is the last Pokemon. The crowd's excitement is building.
You have Poliwrath, and you go back. Back to Umbreon. I don't understand. It's the same fight that had Snorlax. I can't win. This is too hard. I have to pick 5 Pokemon to win this fight. And I can only pick 3. Let's think practically. Umbreon lead. Pinsir lead. Venusaur. Magmar is so much worse against Poliwrath. But Cloyster isn't much better. Cloyster is much worse against Umbreon, and Magmar isn't. I don't think we're beating Umbreon with Pinsir anyway. So let's pick Magmar. And maybe we just don't get our special defense dropped by Shadow Ball this time.
Many trainers have fallen
That way
by
we
the
can stay in and Confuse Ray and do all that.
Eight to reach the quarterfinals.
Pinsir also might be better against Snorlax, but let's lead with it. That's a Crobat. Well, the good news is I didn't have anything for a Crobat anyway. Bad news is I don't have anything for a Crobat anyway. I'm gonna hope for a turn 1 Fly and Protect. If they Wing Attack, there's nothing I can do. It's just a lost fight. But if they have a Snorlax, I have a healthy Pinsir, and that's fine. Please fly. Yes! Alright, this is big. I can win this fight. In fact, I can win this fight with a Continue. But it won't be easy. The issue is, I'm incentivized to Confuse Ray in the dark. Bad news is, they could just fly again. And that would suck. But thankfully they know they don't want to do that. So what do you go to?
Oh, it's Snorlax!
Sure. The issue is now they're gonna go back to Crobat, and I'm never gonna get a hit off. What was down? Up was definitely Focus Energy. Down was really bad. It was like Attract, right? We had Attract on the Primate. Do we just stay in and just do what we did on the last fight? Make them use their Hyper Beam? Which is unfortunate. Also try to get a burn, but I think we made a mistake going for Fire Punch, hoping for a high roll burn. I think we just go for the Headbutt Flinches. Minimize the chance this Snorlax attacks. Please miss. I would appreciate if you broke out of confusion this turn.
It assumes a protective pose.
Darn.
What'll it do? No, that didn't connect. Neither combatant is showing signs of fatigue.
That bodes well. That means Roll-A-Day is only doing 20%.
How's that? That was a glancing blow.
Also means I'm doing like 15%.
Oh, it flinched.
Not the flinch, which
The heated action continues.
supersedes confused turns. Honestly, that's a really good reason to go for Fire Punch.
What now? That did little damage. Uh-oh, it's still immobile.
So they're gonna hit themselves in confusion, which is what I need anyway, right?
Both competitors.
It's not about them not getting their turn, it's about me getting more damage.
There's the attack. The hit glanced right off.
Dang.
What's next?
But now they're guaranteed to break out of
A
confusion.
light hit. It appears to be impervious to damage. It assumes a protective pose. Aha! It's confused no more. What's this? Whoops! That missed. The white hot battle.
I know I'm
continues.
above half health, but let's pretend I'm half health.
What'll it do?
That way I play a little more cautiously to make up for the fact that I don't know damage ranges
It's
as well as I'd like.
confused.
So that's the hit we've needed this whole
They're
time.
both hanging tough.
Now I don't mind if I headbutt flinch because it just means it's in range.
How's that? A light tap. It's still lost in confusion.
So that's a win.
What? What's it doing? It's out of there.
Half health, Crobat. I no longer need Pinsir.
Oh, it's Magmarvel.
Why are you me but better? That terrifies me. I have one Pokemon I chose that loses to both Pokemon that I'm facing. And I'm slower than the Magmar. What's even worse, I chose Pinsir to beat the Snorlax, and now I'm a half health or a 25% Magmar. That's slower than Magmar. I can't beat anything. I have to switch. Do I gamble Mud Slap? Venusaur? I hate this team.
The trainer's switching Pokemon.
I think I'm forced to go Pinsir, which sucks because I literally can't win with
This
Pinsir.
Pokemon is rejoining the battle.
And I certainly can't win with Venusaur.
Oh no, it attacked him.
That's a start. I need to high roll 2 turns of confusion and crit a submission. Okay. Darn. Dodge?
It's super effective. Wow, a single hit brings it down. Pokemon.
I'm not winning this fight anyway. Oh gosh, I forgot where my Magmar was. What order did I pick? I picked Pinsir, and I decided Venusaur over Umbreon.
The trainer
Over
has
Cloyster.
issued a command. Okay.
Magmar should be second.
Oh, it's Venusaur.
Well, I'm fine with this result.
Battler live up to
I was thinking I was going to go for the,
Two Pokemon remain on each side. Sparks are flying.
I was going to go for the headbutt to try and KO on a confusion turn.
Vicious attack. Bullseye.
And if I dodged Fire Blast, that would also have worked. I lived!
There it goes.
Yes!
Great hit.
No! It didn't
The
KO.
white-hot battle continues. Aha!
There's no world where Crobat can't KO me.
Show of strength. Yes,
There's
it's a
simply
hit.
no world where Crobat can't KO me.
Knockout. There's only one Pokemon
And there's no
left.
world where
Come on.
Cloyster beats Magmar.
This Pokemon is back for another go.
Sucks.
It's down to the last Pokemon now. The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle. We bring you this battle from the fully packed Pokemon Stadium. All the trainers look determined, knowing their battle skills and experience are about to be put to the test. Now one more.
Yeah.
Win! There are no more remaining Pokemon.
So we're never picking Pinsir
There goes
and
the battle.
Venusaur. I think we can 1v1 Snorlax just fine with Magmar. But the issue is I can't beat Poliwrath. It's a 50-50 lose, no matter what I pick. I'd have to do something crazy like pick Rollout. Rollout Golem wins that last fight. And it loses to everything else. Let's do that. Let's lose. The weirdest team I could possibly pick. Magmar lead, Golem, Venusaur. Whatever half of the team they pick,
Round 6 is about to get underway.
I have the
Many
answer.
trainers have fallen by the wayside, leaving just 8 to reach the quarterfinals.
Please. They picked the Umbreon half, which means my Venusaur is better.
A flash of confused ray.
I can probably win this with a continue.
It's utterly
Good start.
confused.
Let's go for the Fire Punches, because if anything's going to bail us out of this, it's going to be a burn, not a flinch. Even though flinch is 3 times as likely.
What's this? That was a glancing blow. It's still lost in confusion.
Now I'm okay with going for the headbutt.
Sparks are flying from both competitors.
'Cause now I think 3 headbutts might KO.
What'll it do? The hit
3
lands
headbutts
right
is just
off.
2 flinches.
It stays.
Or 1 more confuse hit. This has to be a flinch.
It's a
There's
fierce
simply no
battle.
world where I don't 1v1 this Umbreon.
What now? A light path. Oh, it flinched. One Pokemon is still capable of going up, but the other one looks tired. Ow, headbutt.
Crazy thing
That's
is,
a hit. Oh,
they're still gonna go Snorlax over Poliwrath right now.
that
Poliwrath.
brought out a new Pokemon. Oh, it's Snorlax.
I can beat Rollout. You cannot beat Protect. I'm pretty confident I can take 3 rollouts before you start going for a Hyper Beam or something. Dodge?
Oh, that's a miss.
Do we go for the burn or the flinch? Burn or flinch? Burn or flinch? Let's switch it up. Let's go for the Fire Punch.
There's the attack. That did little damage. Aha! It's confused no more. What's this? Oh, that missed too.
That's best case
The
scenario.
white hot battle continues. What'll it do?
You know what would be truly crazy for me to do?
What now? That was a glancing blow.
I think we don't have to.
That attack just bounced off.
Don't have to think about the crazy thing anymore. My crazy thing I was thinking about would be
Assumed a protective pose.
Magmar 1v3, no damage taken on the 6th fight.
How's that?
Thankfully, it did not come to that.
Whoop, that missed. Neither combatant is showing signs of fatigue yet.
So the fact that Fire Punch has the same voice line as the Headbutt
What's next?
does not
The
bode
hit
well.
glanced right off.
So we're just going to keep headbutting,
Oh, it flinched.
because the Headbutt is the
The
correct
heated
play.
action continues.
Every flinch translates to 20 extra damage,
There's the attack.
15%
A
extra
light
damage.
hit. Uh-oh, it's still immobilized.
This would go crazy with a burn, though.
Competitor. What's this? A light pass. Aha! It's confused
Yeah.
no more. What'll it do?
So now we're above half.
That did little
For the
damage.
sake of argument, we're going to pretend we're at
The
half,
instant damage.
but we do know we're objectively at like 40 or 60,
It assumes a
55%.
protective pose.
We're treating it like it's half, but we know it's more than half.
What now? Oh, that's a miss. It's a fierce battle.
If we get unlucky and somehow this is a crit and it KOs, we want them to be confused.
How's that? Don't
Fuse is
confuse.
way better odds, I think, than Headbutt anyway.
Oh no! It attacked itself.
Probably more damage, too.
The crowd's excitement is building from this heated battle.
Once they go Polyrath, we win.
What's next? That was
I
a
have the
glancing
Polyrath
blow.
answer. Yep.
There's the attack. The hit
It
glanced
objectively
right
might
off.
be in range of Headbutt right now.
Withstood that easily. The white hot battle continues.
Can't risk it.
The commands are made. It assumed a
The only
protective
way we lose a
pose.
continue here is if they're in range of Headbutt, and I don't know it.
It's still lost
Okay, now we don't
in
have to worry about it.
confusion. A hot battle is unfolding.
Don't scare me like this. Please just be in range of Headbutt.
What's this?
Thank you.
That's a hit.
Go
There it
Polyrath.
is.
Get me out of here. It'd be even crazier if they went
There's
Crobat?
only one Pokemon left to come out.
I have to be at 40% now, right? 30%?
Oh, it's Poliwrath. This is the last Pokemon.
I was ready for you.
The heated action continues.
Gosh. Where did I put the Venusaur? Ah! It's gotta be up.
The trainer switching Pokemon.
I had to have picked Venusaur up. There's no world where I didn't put Venusaur up.
Oh, it's Golem.
I forgot I picked Golem, not Umbreon.
A furious attack.
This is
That
fine.
struck home.
This is fine.
It used a Goldberry to restore its HP.
Now we know we have Goldberry.
How will
That
this
was just
new
strictly upside.
Pokemon fare?
I completely forgot I picked Golem.
Pokemon. That Pokemon must not have been the right choice.
I just 1v2'd Umbreon and
Oh,
Snorlax,
it's Venusaur.
and it paid off. Because Golem would not have won that fight.
What now?
Golem would have been
That
hit by
didn't
the
accomplish much.
Polyrath.
What impact will this Pokemon
This Poliwrath could have Psychic. It more likely has Ice Punch.
There's the attack.
It probably has neither.
Drill the weak.
I would say most likely has neither as priority 1. Might have Ice Punch as priority 2. Might have Psychic as priority 3.
Oh, it started
Yeah,
raining
that's about what I
heavily.
expected.
Sparks are flying.
We're easily at like 59 minutes right now.
There, Giga Drain.
It might be more than 59 minutes right now. Got some long, thinky fights. But we got our continue back, and now we have a good matchup for once. We have Feint Attack, Umbreon. I have to think of what I lose to. Nidoking would be pretty problematic, so let's pick Cloyster. I don't know what else to pick. Like, if they pick Snorlax, what do I do? We only won that fight with Magmar because it was rollout Snorlax. Like, I can beat a rollout Snorlax. I can't beat a body slam Snorlax. But Golem could. Golem's also good against... a little bit better against Houndoom than Cloyster. But it's so weak, it only has Mud Slap. I think if I'm gonna face Exeggutor, Umbreon probably wins that 1v1, so that's better than Magmar. But Magmar is probably better than everything, just because it has Confuse Ray, Headbutt, Protect. It's got something it's doing. Umbreon, Magmar, Cloyster, UMC. I'm not picking Golem. We have a continue.
Let the semifinals begin.
Let's just get another continue.
Numerous
Give me like a
battles, the
Jinx.
remaining Pokemon still look ready for more.
Jinx or an Alakazam with an inaccurate Dynamic Punch. Gengar. Even better. I can 3 a KO a Gengar. I already forgot my down move.
Ah, it raised its evasiveness.
Flash?
There it goes. Bullseye.
It's better to a KO. I don't think it does, but I'd be so thrilled if it did. Double team, double team, double team. Yes! Please, just crit.
It's still not going
Just
to
crit,
attack.
so we take 0 damage.
Vicious attack. Bam! That worked perfectly. It hung on by the skin of its teeth.
Because now it attacks, and it's gonna hit the Zap Cannon.
Between the two combatants.
Okay. I'm really used to them attacking when they're in lethal range. I'm a little disappointed because very early in my Blindfolded Challenge Cup career, I knew it would triple double team before attacking. Like, that was my baseline. Every time I went to a Roberto fight, I knew it would triple double team. And then over time, it started to attack when it was at lethal.
Oh, it's got to.
Let's ignore the fact. Hold on.
Crowd's excitement is building from this
I got a
big
grudge to
battle.
settle.
A brilliant flash.
Oh, yes. Yes. Go for it, Xatu.
Accuracy is down. A furious attack. That struck home.
Come on,
Heated action
Xatu.
continues.
You're the whole reason we started this run.
What's next? The target is weakened further. There's the shot. A powerful blow. Down it goes.
Damn right. As I was saying, Roberto started switching to attacks when it was in lethal range. Let alone the fact
Oh, it's Espeon. This is the
that it's
last
going
Pokemon.
for double team against an obviously unable to miss attack, right? They'll flash you when you have Thunder and Rain out. They'll flash you when you go for Swift.
It increased
And here I am,
evasiveness.
taking 0 damage
Vicious attack. That had to hurt.
on a late fight. One of the arguably harder fights of this whole Challenge Cup. All because I have Roberto's poor planning
There it
and
goes.
objectively one of the better...
Major damage.
Nice, that was quick. One of the objectively better Dark types.
No more
to deal with
remaining
it.
Pokemon.
Houndoom is like holistically a better dark type, right? You can use it for its fire type capabilities. But Umbreon is tanky. Really, really tanky. You can see how tanky it is by how little damage it took this fight. And now we're back to the same problem we had the last fight. I think I'm gonna pick the same team. Magmar, Golem, Venusaur. Which is a travesty. Nah, we gotta get better RNG than that. We're gonna be fine. Do we pick the Umbreon is the only question. I have a hard time with Poliwrath again, but there's no way they have another Poliwrath. There's no way Gentleman Travis is a Poliwrath enjoyer like myself. Just give me a Caesar lead. Oh. Well, Cloyster's not much of an answer for this.
What's the opening gambit?
They predicted the Cloyster, or that's just their best move. Both valid. I really hope they don't switch. I almost want to switch myself to Umbreon, just to have a healthy Magmar. Yeah, because now they're switching. Depends what they switch to, we can probably win. Could have picked Venusaur.
What'll it do? Oh, a blow to the weak spot.
That crit, though. I mean, this Magmar's not doing anything this fight anyway. If their last is a grass type, I deserve it. I think if I get one confused here, I win. Dang. I do have the waterfall. That's interesting. I don't think Headbutt's a 4-hit KO, but...
What's this? That did little damage.
One confuse wins. Dang.
Waterfall attack. Yes, it's a hit. Oh, it's the last. The next Pokemon needs to be prepared. The Pokemon have been chosen. Oh, it's Umbreon.
I think my only real victory here is them having a rock type on the end. Something that Cloyster can one-shot, like right on her Golem. Maybe Steelix. I think that's my line to victory here. I honestly don't know what's stronger. Takedown or main attack. It's close. Could go for Sunny Day, but then they'd be incentivized to go for Fire Punch.
What's that? Nailed the weak spot.
That works.
It managed to hang
It
in
lived! What?
How's that?
Dang.
A light hit.
Alright, I was hoping to take the least amount of damage. I was not so fortunate. This might be a speed tie. Good.
Fake attack. Right, that's a hit.
Double-edge crit.
Oh,
Recoil.
knockout.
Waterfall. Like 60%?
Which Pokemon will join the battle now? The Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball.
I don't know how I win this.
They're both hanging
It's
tough.
officially in range of Surf.
What'll it do? The hit glanced right off.
I only beat Golem, Steelix,
What's this?
Rhydon.
That did little damage.
That is my only out.
The crowd's excitement is building from this
I just
heated
thought of an
battle.
out. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner.
There's the attack. That was a glancing blow. A brilliant flash.
I should probably go for another flash, but I'm gonna double team fan attack.
What's that? A light back.
So 3 hits didn't KO me. Must have been at 65%.
A light hit.
I dealt 20 each.
The white hot battle
Maybe
continues.
it's dealing even less than I thought. Double edge might be this, waterfall might be that. It's like 75. I just took 320, so I'm at 15. Weird. Very weird. I'm kind of worried that if I flash them again, they'll be incentivized to switch, so I'm going to stay in and just attack.
There, fire.
This was with the assumption they missed this fire attack and I didn't die.
Oh, it has no strength left.
They haven't missed yet. You know how RNG loves to spin its wheels.
Pokemon remains.
Oops.
What will be next?
It means Thunder Punch is going to miss here.
Oh, it's Monster. This is the last
And their last
Pokemon.
is not going to be grass.
Sparks are flying from both competitors. Vicious attack.
Dang.
Build a weakness.
I knew we were going to live. I was just hoping we'd take 0
Right
damage.
at nerf. Bullseye. Oh, and down it goes. Each team has only
have swagger.
one Pokemon left for
If I'm
battle.
desperate.
Oh, it's Meganium. It's down to the last
desperate.
Pokemon now.
Issue is I think I'm
It's
slower.
just one-on-one now. There, Giga Drain.
I was slower. I did have the fire type.
The last Pokemon goes down. And there goes the battle.
I can make a calculated gamble right now. I can lead Umbreon and expect them to pick the same team. Umbreon does the exact same thing it did here. Flash. Hit at least one feint attack. Lose, right? That's the end goal. Then go Cloyster and they are deciding to stay in and hit the Thunder Punch. But I'm worried because of how different that is from the last fight we just did. That the circumstances would be, oh, you went Cloyster? Great, I'll go to my Politoed. That's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to 1v1 Politoed again. The alternative is, unfortunately, picking Venusaur, which is not great against all 3 of the Pokemon we're facing right now. It's probably fine against Meganium, but it's not my first choice when they have a Magmar. I think I have to pick Cloyster lead and potentially just have it be dead. They won't switch back to Magmar. That's the good news. They pick the same team. I still lose this fight, is my honest opinion.
Claim the champion's throne.
We gotta go for it. I don't think Surf KOs is the big reason why I don't want to do this. Alternatively, we could find out that we have Icy Wind here. If I have Aurora Beam, I'm gonna look like an idiot. If I find Icy Wind...
Both get
Hold
ready
on.
to go.
The one time I wanted Icy Wind.
Attack power is down.
Every other time I've had Cloyster,
Between the two combatants.
I was like, man, this would be great if it was Surf Aurora Beam, right? Maximize the power and everything. And I just lost the run. Like, I'm not even gonna play this out. I straight up just lost. I'm not even gonna play it. No. We go again. This run has gone long enough. I'm not gonna try and confuse Ray my way through that fight, even though it would be really epic. I don't have it in me. This run has spent everything I've got. We're gonna do the awful route. Gosh, no, wait. This could work. Hear me out. Magmar, Umbreon,
This is it.
Venusaur.
Final battle. Which trainer will claim the champion's throne?
This could work.
They're ready to go. Here's the first move. It's gripped by paralysis. It's gripped by paralysis.
Y'all deserve better. I should have played out that last fight.
A hot battle is unfolding.
I honestly, I'm done. I don't want to play this out.
Here comes the Pokemon.
Oh, they switched. Fine. We'll play it out. I was expecting them to switch the first time,
With Politoed.
right after the same thing they did in the first fight. I confused Raid, they switched after. I was going to double confuse Raid.
A flash of confusion.
But since they've given me the preemptive confuse Ray hit early, I can switch now.
How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow
Let's go
of battle?
Venusaur. Let's see what we can do.
The trainer switching Pokemon. Oh, it's Venusaur. What'll it do? That didn't do much.
Being paralyzed is basically my death sentence,
How
is
will
the
this
issue.
newly switched out Pokemon fare?
I really wish I just had Mud Slap on Umbreon, if I'm being honest.
Oh, an abrupt Pokemon switch. Oh, it's Umbreon.
If you stay in, I'm gonna be so mad.
The other trainer
Thank
is
you.
also changing Pokemon. This Pokemon is rejoining the battle. What impact will this Pokemon
Once again,
have
have
on
one
the battle?
play.
What's this? Nailed the weak spot.
Yeah, this run deserves so much better.
A brilliant flash. No, the move failed.
Be honest, if I quit right
Immediate
now,
action
would you be upset?
continues.
I don't want to play this out. There's no winning this. I just got crit and I missed Flash. I'm truly spent.
There's the attack. That did little damage. What's next? Accuracy is down. Sparks are flying from both competitors. The Pokemon is returning to its Pokeball.
I'm honestly just switching to throw. I'm not even kidding.
Another go.
Like, I should just give up, honestly. By switching, they're gonna be incentivized to switch.
It's not very effective.
That's not what I want. I don't want them to switch, I want them to stay in.
Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle.
But here we are.
They're ready to go. Here comes the Pokemon switch.
Switching was such a mistake, but I already did it, and I was like, wait, that's a mistake.
The Pokeball opens to reveal its Pokemon. What'll it do?
If I'm winning this fight, it's this way.
How will this newly maxed out Pokemon there.
Half health Umbreon?
The trainer's switching Pokemon.
It sucks, because Umbreon's better against Meganium, but it lost half its health, so it's useless.
Pokemon emerges from its Pokeball. Oh no!
That's a start. I can bring it back from here.
What impact will this Pokemon switch have on the battle? The
It sucks, but I
commands are
think I have
made.
to flash again.
How's that? The snap changer succeeded. What's this? A right hit. One Pokemon is still capable of going up, but the other one looks tired. This Pokemon is switching out.
This isn't worth my time, and it's not worth your time.
Oh, it's Meganium.
Bad luck.
There's the attack. That did little damage. How will this Pokemon switch affect the flow of battle? There, Giga Drain. Yes, it's a hit. There it is. Knockout. Which Pokemon will join the battle now? The next Pokemon is ready.
I'm still playing as if I'm blindfolded, but I'm done doing anything. I think my only play here is to crit Hyper Beam on the Magmar switch in, but the issue is it's still at full health. So my only out is now finding Mudslap. Mudslap down. I stay in anyway. So, no winning this.
That was a glancing
Is
blow.
that 20%? Curse.
It sacrificed
That's not
speed
gonna win
to
in
raise
fight.
its power. It's a fierce
There's no
battle.
way you switch now, right? Yeah.
What'll it do? The hit glanced right off. Look at that swagger. Oh, its confusion made it tougher. The white-hot battle continues. They're eyeing each other warily.
Dang. I had to bank on them switching.
What now? A light hit.
And this fight's officially over. You can leave now.
How's that?
That was them being afraid of the confusion, switching to Magmar, and me critting Hyper Beam.
Aha! It's
And then
confused
maybe I
no
could've
more.
won.
What's this?
Because then I'd be at half health,
That's a hit. Yes, it's going
and I could
down.
Giga Drain on the Politoed, and win from there.
There's only one Pokemon
I would just
left to
need
come
my
out.
70%,
This Pokemon is back to
60%
another go.
Magmar.
It's down to the last Pokemon now. They're both
to
hanging
beat
tough.
Meganium at that point.
There's the attack.
Close.
That
I needed some very obscure RNG, like just trainer manipulation, I should say, to have won that fight, but I actually could have won that fight right there. It really just came down to a switch right there. They switched on Hyper Beam. Of course, we at least get one contingency, one consolation prize, not even. Wow. I'm gonna stall this fight as long as humanly possible. Magmar's gonna get one more kill this fight. Damn.
It's confused no more. Will this do it? No,
Try.
that didn't connect.
Don't even get the courtesy of a
Pokemon running out.
final confusion hit. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I have one more continue here. I don't think I have one. Thank goodness. That might have been my worst team. That almost won. That was definitely the worst pincer I've ever seen. That was not a very good Golem. That was not a very good Venusaur. That was the one time I wanted it to be Icy Wind Cloyster. Icy Wind Cloyster would have been so clutch there. I definitely should have played that fight out. I just figured going next would have been faster, and it would have, because we clearly took too long. Here's what would have happened if I stayed in with the Cloyster turn, right, instead of quitting and going next. I go Magmar, I Confuse Ray. I Confuse Ray again, because that was the game plan. They were going to hit their first Thunder Punch and then switch, and I was going to Confuse Ray twice in a row. That was going to be my plan. Then I'd had to flinch and crit and confuse enough times for it to 1v1 the Politoed flat out. And then I was going to have to go... I don't even remember what I picked anymore. That was Cloyster, Magmar. I might have picked Venusaur, but I really don't remember. I have to look at the footage. But I was going to go that route, defeat the Politoed, and then just win with my remaining team. I would literally have had a full health team from there. Or not full health, I would have lost the Cloyster, of course, but it would be my Magmar and whatever else I chose against their Magmar. And it really just come down to Confuse Ray RNG the whole time. I think I chose Umbreon. I probably chose Umbreon. It'd be Confuse Ray, switch to Umbreon, hit a couple double teams. Hit a couple takedowns. Yeah, it's just gonna be RNG. There's no other way to win that fight. Just all in on Confuse Ray. Plus the other thing is, anytime you pick a new team, there's a very good chance they just change their team. And I was really more hoping they would just pick a different team. So I did not like facing Magmar. Magmar, Politoed. It's a really tough thing to beat when you don't have an electric type. And you have a horrible ground type. Even if you have a good ground type, it's not... If I have Donphan in that spot, right, I just lead Donphan, Earthquake. They don't want to switch to Politoed, they switch to Meganium. It's a way different fight when you have an actual Earthquake threat. Because the water types don't like switching into the Earthquakes. And if I have an Earthquake threat, then I just pick Cloyster to switch into... Well, not Cloyster, Venusaur. To switch into the water answers. Go to a water type, I just go to Venusaur, and that's a pretty good core. Only loses to another ground type, if I had a good ground type. Instead I had 3 pretty bad movesets, all things considered. It's one of my worst Umbreons. Double Edge is a little bit worse than Headbutt. Definitely worse without Confuse Ray, like what is Sunny Day doing? So it's definitely the worst pincer I've had. It's not my favorite Venusaur. Curse Swagger, Hyper Beam. It had Giga Drain, that's fine. I didn't like Fire Punch, but the Magmar was sick. For what it was good for that run. Golem's one of the worst. Rollout Mud Slap, just unplayable. And then, of course, I have the one time I have the best move, Cloyster. Icy Wind makes such a difference in that fight. Because I don't know if they switch. That's the thing I really wanted to find out, too, is if they would switch after they got their speed dropped. Because it makes sense for them to switch into a Surf. They have 2 good Pokemon for it. Specifically for the Surf. And one that can resist the Icy Wind, right? They had a lot of reasons to switch if they got the speed dropped. I didn't know what they would do. Instead, I hit the one time Aurora Beam. That's all my thoughts on that last fight now, that team as a whole. We've taken way more time than I've ever had in any run.